I love bacon. Oh, God, I thank you. Wow. And I have a meeting with another foreign teacher here. It's supposed to be at 11 o'clock. I am here. She is not. We're at Starbucks, so I'm at Starbucks. And I came to get a cold brew. No sugar, no cream, no nothing. So, yeah, that's what we got here. If she doesn't show soon, I'm going to go back home because I have been very hungry today, actually. I'm hungry. I want to go home and get something to eat. But I have this cold brew and I'm excited about it. And I also just bought a new thing of coffee. I just bought this house blend. I usually get Kenya, but this house blend, I liked the description of it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that. But I liked it. It said that it had aroma, body, and flavor with taste of nuts and cocoa brought out by the roast. I have my cold brew that I'm gonna drink now. This morning for breakfast, I had a cup of tea, but I'm glad because my Kenya coffee is almost gone. So I got this. In case you didn't know, you can come to Starbucks and buy like coffee. They sell coffee, not just like coffee, ready-made coffee for you to drink. They sell coffee beans. And if you don't have a grinder, I do have a grinder, I just don't feel like grinding coffee beans. So I asked for them to ground up my coffee and they did. So I'm excited. Oh. That smells so good. I just realized that I actually enjoy cold brew. I've never liked it before. I've always had to like add some cream or some stevia or like something in it to kind of make it taste better. But you know, I'm doing this 30-day strict carnivore and this was actually pretty good. So now I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go create my own at home. I'm gonna brew coffee and I'm going to, you know, let it cool down and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge and I'm gonna have my own cold coffee whenever I need it. I mean, this is good. And I don't know if it's just because I'm hungry or because it's day 7 and I haven't had anything sweet, sugar nor sugar alternative, like sugar, you know, sweetener, or like any dairy aside from butter. Like, I mean, but this is good. Well, my girl didn't show. My 11 o'clock didn't show. So instead of taking a DD back home, which is like a taxi, I'm just walking around like, well, I'm walking back home, but in the process of walking back home, I am just taking a little few detours, and China is just so full of culture. I'm back home now, and I made my lunch. I wanted some bacon, so I have bacon. I'm doing steak and eggs again, but I added a little bit of bacon. I poured the juice from the skillet that I made the steak in. I poured it right over top of my steak, so I thought it was pretty good. So first bite. I love bacon. I love bacon. So good. And today we have just regular chicken eggs. No wild goose eggs, no duck eggs. Woo! Oh. God, I thank you. It's very possible that I'm going to do ADF this week. As I had already started, before I started doing the carnivore challenge, I was already doing 72s, which is just fasting 72 hours during the week. So, you know, it's a feast, fast, feast type of protocol. You fast, then you feast, then you fast, then you feast, like that. I'm thinking that I'm going to end up doing that this week, starting it back again, 72 hours. That means I would do it. I like to do mine in the middle of the week. Some people like to do it in the beginning of the week. I would never suggest doing it on the weekends unless you absolutely do not have a social life. I have somewhat of a social life. It's not much, but I have somewhat of a social life. I may be doing that. If I do, I always start on Monday. Like after I finish eating my meal, I'll start on Monday and I'll go to Thursday after my class. Another thing I've been thinking about is, depending on how this goes with carnivore, I may choose to continue on with carnivore during the weekdays and then on the weekends to do ketovore, because I really do like having certain vegetables, like all the low carb vegetables. I do like zucchini. I do like, I love my peppers. I love peppers, not spicy peppers, but I love peppers. I love red onion and garlic. I love really low carb vegetables. And I only have I can count them on my hand. Occasionally I may have eggplant, but not always. But zucchini, red onion, garlic, and bell peppers, and cauliflower. So I have like 6. You see, only 6 that I love. And then I love my seasonings, and I do like my Truvia for when I have like a sweet tooth or want something, you know, sweet. I use that. So I'm considering, I mean, it's only day 7. So by the time I get to day 30, I might change my mind and be like, you know what? No, no, let me go back to my regular ketovore. I may say that, but I don't really think that I am. This is so simple and easy. Like, you don't have to put too much thought into it. And for my kind of busy lifestyle, I appreciate this. So I really don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I may decide to, and then also too, you know, I'm doing ADF. So it would be like, I would technically only be eating a carnivore diet on Mondays, Thursdays, and I guess Fridays. That's 3 days. And then ketovore would be Saturday and Sundays. I'm thinking about doing that with no cheats until I reach my target weight, like my goal weight. So my goal weight is with my loose skin and all, because my loose skin so last year during the pandemic, when I was back in the States, I had 3 consultations for abdominoplasty, brachioplasty, and thighplasty, because I just wanted to see. And the doctors that I went to were kind enough to let me know that the loose skin that I have, it is thick, loose skin. Sometimes you just have stubborn fat that is in loose skin. And one of the doctors in particular told me that I have about 35 pounds worth of loose skin. And so if I think about it in terms like that, me saying, oh, I want to get down to like 200 pounds, which was my goal at one point. It was at one point. Then my goal was 220 pounds. To say, okay, I'm going to get down to that, not counting, you know, how much it would be to remove, like how much weight would be, how many pounds would be removed with loose skin, then I could put myself in like a pretty bad situation. So my goal weight is 235 pounds. I've never weighed 235 pounds in my adult life. Even at my smallest, when I did a 100-day juice and smoothie fast, even at my smallest, and people were telling me that I looked hungry, that I looked really skinny, and I needed to put on a little bit more weight. I'm 5'11", okay? I'm an Amazon. That's why my thing is Amazonicorn. I'm an Amazon and a unicorn put together, right? Magic. I was 243 pounds. And I remember when I got down to that weight and I was like, oh my gosh. I was very happy with my body. I loved it, but I didn't know anything about loose skin. I thought that I was still fat. It's this whole thing about body image, like I would look in the mirror and I would be like, oh my God, I'm still fat. Because I would, raise up my arm and I would see the wrinkles and the jiggly and all of that. And I'm thinking, oh, that's still fat. I was completely ignorant. I did not know anything about loose skin. If I did back then, wow. I believe that my relationship with myself and with food would be much different. But I didn't know about it then. As a matter of fact, I didn't know about it until last year. So now that I know, when you know better, you do better, right? And plus at that time, during that 100-day juice and smoothie fast, I had a ton of loose skin towards the end because I never worked out. I never exercised. Eating is not going to transform your body. Eating is going to cause you to drop weight, okay? Eating healthy, right? What you eat is what causes you to lose weight. Transforming your body, building muscle, all of that is done in the gym or in your home gym. That is done with training. Over the past couple of years, the reason why my body has transformed the way that it did is because I really, really, really was dedicated to exercising. I haven't exercised in a couple of weeks. Well, I take that back. I haven't trained like with weights in a couple of weeks, but I have went walking. I've done like cardio, but I miss my training. I just got to get this right. If I'm honest, I got to get this right, my mind right. My goal is to get down to 235 pounds. And I believe that I can accomplish that with a carnivore diet, maybe having ketovore on the weekends, and exercising. And once I reach that, I must maintain it for 6 months. I must maintain that weight, that number for 6 months. And this time, I'm not talking about continuing with carnivore or anything like that. Whatever lifestyle I choose to have at that time is fine, but I must maintain the number 235, between 230 and 235 for 6 months straight before I go and have another consultation for loose skin. If I can do that for 6 months, then I will go get my loose skin removed if God still allows me to do it. But that's the plan, because I was going to get it done last year. I was going to get it done last year when I was in the States. But at the time of surgery, the doctor wanted me to do it, and he was booked. Actually, both of them were booked, and one was just too far away. I said, no, it's COVID. I'm not gonna do that. The one that was closest to me in location, he wanted to do it in February of this year, but I was returning to China in January. So I was like, you know what? If the door doesn't just swing open for me, then it's not the door that I'm supposed to walk in. It's not the right time. So it wasn't the right time. And now that I'm back in China, there are some doctors here that I've come across, which is like, wow, okay. And so I'm just, for the next, until I got to get down to 235. Okay, I got to get down to 235 first, 230, 235 first. Then maintain it for 6 months. And then I can, if I still feel the same way that I feel about my body, then I'll go ahead and I'll get the loose skin removed. Simple as that. So anyways, my food is cold now, but I'm still going to eat it cold because hungry much? Yes. Thank you guys I kind of feel like this is like a mukbang. It's not really, because I don't continue to eat as much while I'm talking, but I do feel like it's a mukbang. Like, you talk about stuff and you just eat, and like people listen and watch. I mean, that's what it is. This is my vlog. It's my story about my 30-day carnivore experiment, my 30 days on the carnivore diet. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So it's nighttime, and I just got a package from Taobao, and it's my butter. You think I ordered enough butter? I mean, seriously, is it supposed to look like a pack of soap? Not saying I'm gonna eat all of this in 23 days. I'm just saying, though, I'd rather have more than enough than not enough. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Got all's my butter. All right, day 7 is coming to an end. It's time for me to go to bed. I know I look tired, It's time for me to go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.